When you first met up with Madison, did she remind you at all of your own kid, or is there kind of similarities?
Absolutely, 100%. You know, meeting Madison, there were a lot of parallels from my own life to the role. I have a beautiful little 6-year-old daughter who, you know, challenges me every day, just like Madison in the game plan challenges me. So there were a lot of, you know, I'd take scenes from the movie and translate them to my life just like that.
I heard you were calling in with suggestions to the scriptwriters to how, like, you know, certain things that you've had in your own life that.
Sure, you know, my main character note was like, how can I make myself better looking? That was my only concern. I was like, how is there a way? Is it possible? Is it remotely possible? Any way we could do this, through the power of the pen. I would call to the writers. The writers were great, by the way. They were very collaborative, which was great. And any way that you can add layers to a character or to the story to make it more interesting or make it more funny, or, by the way, peel back layers. Either one, I think, you know, with the goal, we all shared the same common goal. Myself, the actors, Madison included, the director Andy Fickman, the producers, everybody involved, the studio, Disney, wanted to make a great classic family comedy. A movie that you could put in 50 years from now. It won't feel dated. It's still great. Great family message, big heart, and really funny.
Did they know that you sang? I mean, was that part of the, did they know that you played the guitar and would sing songs, or was that after?
No, they might have. I'm not too sure. But I know, you know, again, the ego in me, I was like, listen, let's sing, play the guitar. I'm such a big fan of Elvis. So I thought, wow, would it be cool if he was a big Elvis fan, and if at times, you know, he would either ask Elvis for advice, like, you know, the poster for advice, and sing, and play guitar too. But, you know, I don't mind doing that, like, especially if it's, and I don't mean egotistically either, like, all joking aside, but I like the idea of trying to add layers to a character. And then, especially, like, if you're singing and playing guitar, that's not necessarily funny, as much as it is, like, it'll make people go, oh, well, you could sing, oh, you could play guitar, wow. But in order for it to be funny, is the joke has to fall back on you, you know, like, to me, then that's funny. So I love the idea, like, in the movie, I'm singing to her with all my heart, with all my soul, and she's like, I think you sounded like a wounded moose. I don't want you to sing again, please, stop.
As a working parent, how do you kind of break the difference between, like, you know, being on set all the time and not being at home, and then coming home and being like a responsible person to this kid?
You're talking about in real life.
Yes.
Is that what you mean? That's a great question. You know, life is balance, checks and balances, and you have to find that in your life. Whether you're a parent or not, we always have to find balance in our life. Things that make us happy, and between work, things that make us happy. As a parent, you know, there's that very special added dynamic. And as a working parent too, you want to try and find this and try and strike a balance between spending time at home, making sure that your home life is being nurtured and cared for, and you're being the parent that you're supposed to have, you're supposed to be. But at the same time, you realize you have to make a living. You love what you do. I love what I do. I love making movies, and you got to find that balance. So for me, finding that balance is bringing the family to the set, bringing them to location, calling every day, like whatever you can do. I know for me personally, you know, just so you never want to find yourself in a position where you regret, or find yourself in a position where you have an extremely high level of guilt for working. So again, it's checks and balances. I think I've done a pretty good job. You know, I'm lucky. I'm very lucky that I've got a great partner in Simone's mom, who helps me find those checks and balances every day. Last statement then, because I haven't, when my mother first saw me doing interviews and stuff, she says that I use my hands too much, but I want on record that The Rock uses his hands just as much as I do. I do.
And, you know, Mom,
I'm going to tell your mom. What's your mom's name?
Gloria.
Gloria, no, I'm a big hand user. I use my hands. It's all about communicating, yes. Not that it makes the interview any better, especially doing this. It's probably very distracting.
Thank you very, very much.
Absolutely.
Thanks.